Coming up on News Desk, police say they have arrested 4 robbers who attacked some residents in Weija and its environs and robbed them of their belongings. We have details. Minority in Parliament serves notice it will kick against the introduction of the new electronic transaction levy as its leader says government is being opportunistic and exploitative. And Health Minister Kwekwa Jumamenu says he is unaware when work will start on the Agenda 111 project, specifically in the Dafiama Busia Isa constituency after months of sword cutting. We have business, sports, all part of this. Do stay tuned in. I'm Israel Live.
Hello, my name is Evans Mensah, and you can relive all the fun and excitement on Top Story, Newsnight, and of course, Ghana Connect via podcast. All you need to do is to log on to myjoyonline/podcast. Search for your favorite show and relive the moment. Joy 99.7 FM, your radio for discerning listeners.
Joy 99.7.
The Ghana Police Service says it has arrested 4 suspected robbers who attacked and robbed their victims of their belongings in and around Weija last week, Thursday. The arrest of the suspect was made known in a statement released by the police this morning, signed by the Director General in charge of Public Affairs, ACP Kwesufori. Let's see the details, the statement in full. So it reads, the police during a special intelligence-led operation have arrested 4 robbery suspects who broke into the residence of their victims at Ajasco Red Top, Kukrobite, and made away with their personal effects on Thursday, November 18, 2021. The suspects, Benjamin Otu alias Dada Joe, Tony Mengsa Yedu alias Big Joe, Bismaka Sabre alias Dagbano, and Nanaya Akon, reportedly broke into the victims' residence and forcibly made away with their 3 laptops, an iPhone 8 Plus, 3 Infinix smartphones, and Tecno Camon 7. Others were 1 Bluetooth speaker, an extension board, 3 phone chargers, 2 laptop chargers, together with an unspecified amount of money. Upon receipt of the robbery reports, the Weija Police Command embarked on a special 8-hour covert operation, which led to the arrest of Benjamin Otu, Tony Mensah Yedu, and Bismaka Sabre at the hideouts at the Ajasco Red Top in New Aplaku on Saturday, November 20, 2021. Suspect Bismaka Sabre later led the police to arrest suspect Nanaya Ako from his hideout at Labadi. A search on them led to the retrieval of 20 assorted phones, a taxi, 3 laptops, 1 motorbike, 1 locally manufactured pistol, a police vest, 1 gota, and 14 assorted wristwatches. All 4 suspects will be arraigned today, Monday, November 22, 2021. Meanwhile, efforts are underway to get other accomplices arrested to face criminal charges. The police administration highly commends all officers and men of the Weija Divisional Police Command and the team in particular for their hard work and efforts in arresting the 4 suspects. We want to reassure the public that we'll continue to do whatever it takes to make our communities safe and peaceful. And it is signed by ACP Kwesufori, who is the Director General in charge of Public Affairs. The minority in Parliament says it will not cooperate with government and will kick against the introduction of the new electronic transaction levy. Speaking with Joy News on the sidelines of a post-budget workshop at Ho in the Volta region, Minority Leader Harry Idrisu said government is being opportunistic and only seeking to exploit the COVID-19 pandemic, which contributed to a surge in digital transactions.
The government is seeking to introduce e-levy or e-transaction levy, call it a mobile phone tax or Momo Tax. We stand united collectively against it, and we would not support government. We would not cooperate with government because that will further deepen the suffering of the Ghanaian people. The introduction of that tax handle is simply opportunistic. The number of mobile subscribers and the use of digital platform globally grew up to 68 billion in 2020, and for our purposes the portfolio grew from 257 billion to 500 billion, largely because of COVID. So you don't have a lazy, convenient way of taxing the consequence of COVID. So people decided to use digital platform because of COVID. We needed to do social distancing. government is turning around to just take advantage of COVID to introduce what they call a Momo Tax. Take for instance, if you chose to pay a medical bill to a doctor by Momo, it means that it will be taxed. There is the danger of you being taxed 7-10 times a day, depending upon how much transfer or remittance you do in a day. So the incidence of double taxation is very grave and it's unavoidable. So it means that if you transacted 100 businesses 100 times in a day on an electronic platform, you will pay that tax 100 times. What it means is that you are reintroducing a functionally cash economy against the development of a digital economy. And we don't find that acceptable. And we think that government is just taking advantage of COVID. And therefore, the numbers going forward may not be as in COVID year in 2020, where everybody was compelled to do business on a digital platform. The Momo tax, as I've said, will be a disincentive to the growth and sustenance of a digital economy. For instance, we're encouraged to pay water and electricity bill via Momo. That was being done. Now you want to tax it. So it means that I should carry cash to ECG and carry cash to Ghana Water Company. Is that what you want? So that cashiers can go home with their cash money, and then you say you have difficulty tracing it. So it's opportunistic and defeatist. The tax handle is opportunistic and defeatist. Government is simply seeking to lazily hide behind the rise in digital transactions arising out of COVID to raise revenue. That is not done. Show me anywhere in the world where you've had an e-transaction levy.
Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta says government will find a way to win the cooperation of the minority on the matter. In an interview with Joy News on the sidelines of the ongoing vote affair, he said Ghana cannot continue to do things the same way.
Historic 10 billion intervention that we have had, and finding ways for burden sharing. So we recognize the problems of youth unemployment, the problem of growth, the problem of debt, and we as a nation decide to burden share to break this intractable problem. So it's very exciting seeing the support that he has garnered and seeing some of the entrepreneurs here who are here. And it gives me hope that where we are going with the e-levy is the right way to do that.
It's interesting that you mentioned the e-levy. There are already concerns out there that
there
the
e-levy
amounts to double taxation and inimical to entrepreneurship.
Well, if you look at 2.2 million youth in 1960 to 10.8 million youth, it cannot be that we do things as we do them always. And I think we all need to stretch our minds as to what we want to curtail. The indignity of not having a job, I think, should really manage how the world economy is moving into more of an e-line economy. The old tax handles might not be different. And as you bring these things on, you tweak them with time. But the clarity of understanding that we cannot continue to have this youth problem. We cannot continue to not have our roads built. We cannot continue to not look at our debt. I think it's in front of us. And usually a change, brings these things. But I think the change should be how do we make this efficient and move forward. But in terms of everybody not liking taxes, always will be that. So we have maybe a month of discussions of Parliament, but once the objective is clear, we'll get to some efficiency. And I really want the youth to go behind us to say that, let's talk for jobs.
You talked about discussions with Parliament. I've been speaking to the minority leader, and he describes it as opportunistic and defeatist, and says that the minority is not going to cooperate with when it comes to this particular e-levy. I don't know what your response is to this.
Well, I mean, Biden went through 1.3 trillion. There were discussions, but in the end, where does Ghana, the Republic, want to go? And so we'll discuss. But as long as we are clear on eliminating this unemployment benefit, I think we'll find a way to cooperate and build the nation and move forward. So it's not an unfamiliar position with opposition, but I'm sure we all have the good sense of one language, the Republic in hand, and we'll get there as one people.
But what does the wife of the Finance Minister, Angela Oforiatta, make of the controversial electronic transaction levy? Listen to what she told Joy News in a rare interview on governance issues, also at the Volta Fair.
Oh, I am so impressed. Of course, for me, the tie-dye excites me, the tie-dye clothes and the cloth. But then I'm really impressed with, the commercial farming, Kumfi fruit and juice factories. There's a paint factory place. Then there's education, a School of Allied Health Sciences, and just the tech bit of it excites me.
Your husband, the finance minister, was in Parliament and he announced the electronic transaction tax.
Yes.
A lot of Ghanaians are saying that it amounts to double taxation. Many are not really in support of it. As the wife of the finance minister, what do you make of that?
I have to pay 1/3 or more of my salary as taxes every month. Who are not paying taxes, and I know that they would like better roads. They would like, when they go to hospital, to get better care. They would like their NHIA to work so that they can present their cards and get medication. I know that they would like a good Ghana. There's no country that can develop without its citizens contributing. And there are too many people in Ghana not contributing. And this tax, if we all pay a little and we send money, I think when we send money to each other to pay for services that is taxed, pretty soon we will figure a way not to pay income tax.
Okay.
Pretty soon, because that's the way the world is going, we get taxed for the things that we use, and if it's not a tax that completely wipes you out, or if it is a tax that allows us to have a better life, or in this case, if it is a tax that allows us to create jobs for young people, then I think it's worth it.
Okay.
So I think we should really be talking about how do we ensure that when the taxes get collected, they get into government chest, number one. Number two, let's press government to use it efficiently and judiciously.
Okay.
And let's hold government accountable for the jobs and for the programs that it says it will create. I think that is a far better way to go about it. And let the young people get ready to use their talents and be excited that it is their vision and not because they know somebody. And I think that's what this is about, the youth start. I think the self-reliance of Volta and the independence to say, look what we have, come and see it. I think that's what the other regions can learn from it. Let's showcase our region. Let's say that we're a vibrant, region, and we can do things. I think that's what excites me about it.
And we'll be coming later to the e-transaction levy, because there's more we'll be sharing with you. But moving on, despite government sword cutting for newly constructed districts hospitals under the Agenda 111, the health minister says he's unaware when real construction will commence in the Dafiama Busie Isa constituency. Answering questions in Parliament from the Dafiama Busie Isa MP, Dr. Sebastian Sandare, Kweku Ajima-Menu says the contractors and consultants are mobilizing to move to site, noting he's unable to tell when real work will commence.
I rise to ask the Minister for Health when construction of the district hospital for Dafiama Busie Isa under the Agenda 111 will start.
Mr. Speaker, to herald the commencement of works on the Agenda 111 project, salt was cut on Tuesday, 17th August 2021 at the Ekima Pangma district of the Ashanti region to signal the beginning of these hospitals in all the beneficiary districts, including the Fiama Busi Isa under the Agenda 111 project. Mr. Speaker, all preparatory works towards commencement of works have been completed. Currently, zonal consultants and contractors are finalizing mobilization activities to site for works to commence shortly. The exact date that will happen in the Fiama Busi Isa, Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, I will not be able to give immediately.
When is the project expected to be completed?
Honorable Speaker, construction sites have already been selected. They were selected with the assistance of the district assembly. So they are now in the process of even preparation of sites for the projects. And that is why I'm saying that they are now mobilizing to sites, making the sites ready for works to begin. And the contractor can only do this with the consultant. The consultant only went there to inspect the site and assess its appropriateness for works to actually start. They have done a lot of work already, and I believe soon actual work of construction will commence. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Uprooted 3 times already and now stuck between a marauding sea and a lagoon. That is a story of the villagers of Agokeji. The community is one of the worst affected areas in the tidal waves disaster that displaced more than 3,000 people in the Keta area 2 weeks ago. The community of over 500 people is now a ghost town, as many have fled to perch with friends and family elsewhere. My colleague Justice Bedu went to meet some of the last residents of Agokeji forced by sea erosion to say goodbye to their land of better birth.
This is Yawo Agbemava's last day in the home she has lived 45 years. In her lifetime, she has seen sea waves sweep through her village many times. But what she saw 2 weeks ago was different.
When I hear the sea waves, my heart beats faster. I become very afraid. I've not seen anything like this before. The sea used to be far away. Now it's with us.
Like Yao, nearly everyone from Agokeji, her village, has left. What remains? Broken water pots, torn apart roofing sheets, and belongings that villagers left behind as they ran for their lives when the sea waves forced their doors open in the dead of the night.
If the sea is rougher, we just wake up and stay and sit down and be waiting for the day to come. Because if you sleep, you don't know that the water will come to the room.
With the climate change, you can see it's really affecting our community.
This is Fuvame. Some of the people who are just moving away from Agokeji now used to live here. After years of sea erosion, everyone has left.
It was a big community, very big community. The people keep on moving backwards. Keep on moving backwards till the time they get close to the river. And there's no place for them to move, to step back anymore. So final decision was they have to move from this community to resettle at Agokeji.
Yao hopes she can come back to Agokeji one day.
I want to come back one day because this is where I belong. My grandparents lived here.
A sea defense project that could help protect her community has stalled for years. Sea levels are rising by the day. It is uncertain where the next move will be to. Justice Bedu, Joy News, Agokeji.
The annual Northern Ghana Development Summit comes off this week between the 24th and 26th of November 2021. The annual summit seeks to find strategic ways to accelerate development in Northern Ghana. Star Ghana Foundation, Northern Development Authority and the Regional Coordinating Councils are partnering to host the 2021 summit. Joining us on Zoom from Eunice Rachel Agbenyaji, Programs Manager at Star Ghana Foundation. Good morning to you, Eunice. So you tell us about the Northern Development Summit.
Thank you very much, Israel, for having me. The Northern Ghana Development Summit is an annual convening that brings together diverse stakeholders, including state and non-state actors, individuals onto a platform to assess development of Northern Ghana, and then to also recommend strategies for addressing issues around disparities in development between the North and the South, and then also to map out strategies for closing the developmental gaps. It's been a rebrand of what used to be called the Mole series that was initiated in 2001 to coordinate the economic planning and transformation of the northern sector and to jointly influence both political actors and development partners to invest in development programs and projects in northern Ghana.
How successful would you say this has been so far?
Star Ghana Foundation has worked with the 5 regional coordinating councils, the Northern Development Authority, to revamp the stalled Mole series. And so we have had the summits in 2019 and in 2020. And one of the success issues or stories from the 2 previous summits is the influence towards the cutting of sod or the beginning of construction of the Paulugu multi-purpose dam, which is first to deal with the issues of the perennial flooding in northern Ghana, but also to broaden the economic livelihood opportunities for the communities around the Paulugu area, around the north actually. So that has been one of the success factors to share from the summit. We know that there have been issues around peace and development, and so one of the other things that has emerged from the summit, the conversations and the actions, is the development of the tool we call the Roadmap for Peace and Sustainable Development in Northern Ghana, which is to address issues of community resilience to threats of conflict, to threats of violence. Over the years, we have seen a good commitment of stakeholders, government, but also development partners that are investing hugely in the socioeconomic sectors of northern Ghana. And we do hope that this year's summit provides another space to advance these conversations and to also advance the partnerships towards accelerating development of northern Ghana.
Now, how much attention will this summit pay to rural-urban migration? Because we're increasingly seeing a number of people leaving those areas in the regions in the north towards the urban areas, particularly Accra.
So the key contextual, issues of importance to this year's summit are, rising inequalities, and I think it's one of the reasons why we see migration of people from the north into the south to do, to be involved in unsafe or unprofitable ventures. There's also rising insecurity in the sub-region, in the Sahel, with implications for the north. There are issues of climate change and impact on livelihoods, COVID and its impact on quality of healthcare and education. And so we do know that there are a lot of issues, to address, but we also understand the limitation of a 2-day summit to tackle every issue. So these are the focal issues to be discussed in this year's summit. And we do hope that by touching on these issues, we'll be, leveraging impact on the others as well.
Which are the development partners that are going to be part of this summit again?
All right. So over the years, we have had a very strong support from, first of all, UK Aid that supports Star Ghana Foundation to be able to do this work. We have had support of the heads of corporations. So it includes many development partners of Ghana. And they have been part of the Northern Ghana Development Summit since the 2019 reopening. And we are expecting them. The new thing about this year's summit is an investment forum, which is drawing in foreign investors and also local investors to explore opportunities around investing into catalytic projects that will transform the socioeconomic development of Northern Ghana. And we are fortunate to have as a guest of honor the Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Baumia, joining us. We have Dr. Ibn Chambers, who is going to deliver the keynote address. And we have very high-level officials from academia, from government, from civil society that will be engaged in key technical sessions to come up with strategies to advance development in Northern Ghana.
All right, thank you very much, Eunice. Eunice Agbanyaji is with Star Ghana Foundation, and we're going back to our earlier story, which has to do with the Volta Fair, which is taking place in Home. Maxwell Agbagba joins us live. Hello, Maxwell.
Stadium, and it's morning, but already this place is buzzing with a lot of activities, and that is what we have seen since last week, and that is what is going to happen till the end of this weekend. A lot of businesses have set up here, a lot of innovation we are seeing here at the Volta Fair at the whole sports stadium. So this fair is not just providing a platform for businesses to showcase what they have or to show the rest of Ghana what they have, but the innovation is what is bringing a lot of people here. Many of the stands, in fact, more than 300 exhibitors, are here. We'll be interacting with all of them shortly to find out from them what they have on offer. We'll be taking you to some of the innovative stands and some of the people doing amazing things here. Let's speak to this lady here. Okay, so this is Kawamoka Coffee. Kawamoka Coffee, what? Roasters.
Yes.
Kawamoka, what's the meaning of Kawamoka?
Kawa is Arabic for coffee, and mocha is a coffee pot in Yemen. So we just put it together to get Kawamoka. They are separate.
Great. So tell me, what makes this coffee special? I hear it's from the Volta region.
Yes.
Leklebi to be specific?
Leklebi to be specific. Very, yes. So what makes our coffee special is organic, no fertilizer, and also we work with women farmers, predominantly women farmers, who help us with picking, who give us the produce from their farms. Then we take it, we roast it ourselves, then we package ourselves as well.
I mean, we know of coffee from Brazil and other places. What makes coffee from Leklebi, special? What makes it different?
What makes it different is because it's organic. It's very, 100% organic. There is no fertilizer from anywhere. So when we pick the women, we work with, like I said earlier, we work with women farmers who make sure that the coffee beans are really clean, devoid of any particle before it comes to us. Then we roast and package for you. Then it goes out into the market.
Okay. So tell me, what kind of platform is this Volta Fair providing for the Kawamoka coffee?
So I believe people around this place knew Ziavi Tutui, which is another coffee brand, but we came here and everybody just comes to the stand and picks it up. Oh, coffee. Oh, where is it from? Then we mentioned Lake Lebi. Then they're like, there's coffee in Lake Lebi. They didn't know, now they know that there's coffee in Lake Lebi. So people actually want to try, and also they want to visit Lake Lebi as well to see what they have there.
Thanks for talking to us. So we have with us here the Member of Parliament for Ho West. He's also here to see what is going on here. He's also the chairman for the Volta Caucus. Let's speak to him right now. Jimano Bedra, you're welcome
Thank you,
to join
my brother.
us.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you. I'm really enjoying myself here. It's so exciting, eh? Just look at where you came from. Lake Lebi coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, this coffee is even more than the Kenyan coffee. The best coffee you can find in the whole world.
Wow.
In fact, I was thrilled to see coffee made in Ghana. This shows
in this region,
Volta region, Lake Lebi,
yeah.
Afaya Tosaf. Wow. What else are you looking for? Everything is in Ghana. Everything is in Volta region. And Volta region, as we said, is a microcosm of Ghana.
Okay.
You have all the terrain here, right here in Volta region. Anyway, thanks so much. You're welcome to the Volta Fair.
So what kind of opportunities can we provide for businesses like this one?
Well, I just spoke to her when I came in. I asked her, what can we do to expand her product or expand her business? One, she's looking for market. So businessmen, marketers can come in to partner her and market her wares. You can also support her by investing in her business to enlarge the business. We need more coffee. People want to take coffee. People want to drink coffee. You can also support her by enlarging her business, by investing in her. All you needed to do is to agree with her as to what percentage that you will take as a businessman. You know, today is the Whole West Day, and therefore I'm with my people. And there's so many things from the Whole West as well. You can also invest in the Whole West as you invest in the Volta region.
Fantastic. I mean, for businesses like this, for many of the businesses gathered here, the challenge really has to do with funding, and sometimes even payment for space to operate. Recently, we heard the finance minister announce the electronic transaction levy in Parliament. A lot of people against it. Even the minority in Parliament, which you are part of, says it's not going to cooperate with government for the introduction of this e-levy that we're talking about. What do you make of all of this?
Well, as the minority leader spoke the other day at the opening of the post-budget workshop, we have seen, and also largely all those who came as our people to educate us have also indicated that the e-levy will not work well for us as a country. We just started with the electronic, transaction in the country. People are getting used to it. Now, if you levy us 1.75, on just Momo transaction, you are telling me that it's better I keep the money in my pocket and then use it or go and pay for it. Whilst we are looking for e-transaction, we are looking for opportunity where there will be cashless system, and you are imposing taxes on cashless system. It doesn't work anywhere in the world. So as for us, the minority, we've agreed that we're not going to support that venture. We're not going to support that transaction at all. In fact, it's one of the things that we will oppose and make sure that it doesn't go through.
Okay. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you, my brother.
Great.
Grateful.
So you just heard Emmanuel Kosibedra. He is the Member of Parliament for Whole West. He's also the chairman for the Volta Caucus. So like I mentioned, it's not just businesses we're talking about. We're talking about science and technology. We're talking IT. We're talking about innovation. And I'm taking you to one of the places here. So this is the Whole Technical University stands, and they have something amazing here. Sir, you're welcome to join us.
Thank you.
Great. Can you tell us about this? Earlier you were telling me that students were the one who put this together. Can you tell me more about it? What exactly is it? What does it do? And what processes do they go through to come up with this?
Please, this one is the waste management system, and it uses ultrasonic sound waves to operate. For instance, when you come closer to the dustbin, it senses you and it will open. So when it opens, you put in your dustbin, your waste products.
Okay.
After some time, it closes again. So when the dustbin is full, the red light here will come on. So when it's on, it means that anyone that comes closer to the dustbin it will never open again. Okay. And this one is the...
So essentially what it means, what we are trying to prevent is from people picking up, people touching the dustbin, right?
Yes.
So the sensor will sense you and then it opens by itself?
Yes, please.
And the students did this?
Yes.
Wow.
In Ho Technical University.
Okay.
So we are actually advertising this thing so that you let your words come to our school. So we want people to see or to know what we are capable of doing in Ho Technical University.
Okay.
And moreover to this one is the home automation of lighting system using your Bluetooth. Okay. This one, for instance, the disabled is in our various homes. Since they are not able to work, and the person can be on his or her bed and control the lighting system by using his or her phone. For instance, let me do the demonstration for you to see.
Okay. So you're going to do the demonstration for us?
Yes, please.
Okay. So this one, can I call it an e-dustbin?
Yeah.
I can call it an e-dustbin?
Yes, please.
Okay, great. So what demonstration are you doing right now?
I'm going to control the light here.
Okay.
So the person, for instance, you can see.
So what's happening right now?
Right now I'm trying to control the light.
Okay. So you're trying to control the light on what?
By using the phone.
Okay. And what is going to happen to this?
When you control the light, we have a light, let's say in your outside light, you can name it to be light 1. Your room light, you can do it light 2, then the rest. So this one, when you use your phone, I want to do the demonstration.
Okay. So when we use a phone, what is going to happen to this device?
It will come. Let's say you on the light, the first light, this one will come on. When you on the second one, another one will also come on. When you on the third one, that will also come on. And if you want to off it, the person can be on his or her bed by using the phone to off it.
Okay.
This is the water heater, temperature control system for our water. Maybe the person needs like...
This was also designed by a student of Ho Technical University?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And this one, let's say you need, 30 warm water, and we know that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. But when, let's say, the warm water, you need like 30 degrees Celsius. So this one, you just regulate your temperature regulator over here to 30. So when it gets to the 30 degrees Celsius, then the water itself, it will cut. And this one, this is our power supply. This power supply, you can see the construction. This thing was also designed by a student in our department. So this one, for instance, let's say you need only 5. Some of our appliances, they need only 5 volts to work or to come on, and some to need 15. So for instance, you can see here, this side is having so many ratings. We have 13, 5 volts, 5 DC volts, 15, 30, 20 volts. So let's say your appliance need only 5 volts to operate. You just come and plug it over here.
Finally, before we go, there's a lot of talk about studies here in Ghana being heavy on just the theory aspect. But clearly, you're demonstrating to us that it's not just a theory, you're doing a lot of practicals as well.
Yes, please. So, even though Ghana, most schools, they normally teach theoretical only, but in Ho Technical University, we don't deal with only theoretical aspect, we deal with practical things. So our lab instructors over there, or the lab technicians, they always guide us to do some of our project works. And per semester, each student is being given a topic to design anything at all of your choice. Something that you know that is creative, that when you bring it on board, it will help the society to develop.
So your name and then what, your student or teacher?
My name is Mate Sevia Kofi. I'm a service personnel as well as a BTech student in Ho Technical University.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
You're welcome.
So that's it here at the Ho Sports Stadium. This is just, let me say, just 2% or maybe 1% of the many things that we've seen here at the Ho Sports Stadium. Definitely we'll be bringing you more from the various stands, like I mentioned. More than 300 exhibitors are gathered here at the Ho Sports Stadium, and daily we see thousands of people coming here to come and network, to come and do business, to come and interact with the exhibitors here. So in our subsequent bulletins, we'll be bringing you more from the Whole Sports Stadium. Over to you, Israel.
All right, thank you very much, Maxwell Agbagba, with that update from the Volta Fair. Now, Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram Sam George says that minority in Parliament will not support any move to tax mobile money transactions in the country. According to the legislator, the tax policy proposal is a taxation Ponzi scheme. Meanwhile, national spokesperson for the Economic Fighters League, Ni Ayo Pare, believes the proposed e-levy tax is insensitive given the time it was proposed. Both of them were speaking on the AM show this morning.
A different thing if we are talking about charges and other things. But if it is on the value of the transaction, I'm being very clear. If it is a charge, even if it's 0.01%, in addition, on the charge of the value, not on the service charge, but on the value of transaction, I would oppose the appropriations bill. If it's
forward, we have said production or manufacturing is the basis of any economy apart from agriculture. So you take the produce that you're producing from agriculture, those are raw materials, and then you add value to them. That is what will help in generating revenue internally. So any government that is really serious about transforming the life of the economy would actually pay more attention to production. But this presupposes that you have to pay attention to your power generation capacity.
You're watching News Desk. We're taking a break. There's more coming away. Stay tuned in.
What's up, guys? My name is Sammy Forson, host of the Weekend City Show and Ignition right here on Joy 99.7 FM. Well, anytime you happen to be busy and you miss out on your favorite shows right here on Joy FM, here's what you can do. Log on to myjoyonline.com/podcast. Just go on there and you'll find all your shows on demand 24/7. There you can catch up. Remember, Joy FM remains your radio for discerning listeners.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to Business. My name is Darryl Kwao. The Multimedia Group Limited has received special recognition for its role in harnessing good corporate governance practices in the country. The company was honored for its immense contribution in promoting the culture of good corporate governance within the media space. Receiving the award on behalf of the company, Chief Human Resources Officer Samuel Nana Elegba told Joy Business the success chalked is a testament of the group's resolve to remain independent, fearless, and credible. My colleague Bismarck Ausa has more.
The Multimedia Group Limited was one of the top 5 corporate entities honored at the 4th edition of the Institute of Directors Ghana Corporate Governance Excellence Awards held in Accra. Speaking to Joy Business at the ceremony, Chief HR of the group, Samuel Nana Elegba, attributed the success chalked to the media organization's documentaries.
One of the things that the Multimedia Group is renowned for is the quality of our documentaries. And we've had quite a number of documentaries which have exposed the rot in society, and not only within government circles or if you look at our documentaries, it cuts across every sphere and every sector of society. And all these documentaries have aimed at promoting good governance. So it is not a surprise that we have earned this recognition for our immense contributions.
Nana Elegba added that the Multimedia Group will continue to remain independent, fearless, and credible media entity.
What this award does is to tell us that we are on track, we are moving in the right direction, so we will continue to remain independent in our operations, in whatever we do. We'll continue to remain fearless, exposing the rot in society. We'll continue to remain credible to promote good governance. It means that we are doing something very good, so it will spare us on.
A big congratulations to the Multimedia Group Limited. Now, as part of its ongoing digital transformation journey, Republic Bank has launched its digital suite platform, which allows users to seamlessly perform transactions on any type of device, be it an Android or a dumb phone. There is more in this report.
The digital suite, which combines the use of mobile application or USSD style 414 hash platform and internet banking services, will ensure that all banking services, insurance, and other financial transactions were performed on the platforms. Speaking at the launch, the managing director of Republic Bank, Farid Anta, said the platform is a masterpiece as far as digital services in the country are concerned.
Our research findings and the independent feedback we've got through the development and piloting phase of these channels suggest that the Republic suite of digital services is by far the best on the Ghanaian market. We have no reason to doubt or not believe this information, as we have worked tirelessly to build these applications. However, you will be the ones to determine if this is so, and we eagerly look forward to your feedback and responses.
Mr. Anta alluded to the fact that the concept of a mobile app is not new to many. However, the Republic Bank's mobile app is exceptional because it has been designed to deliver superior financial services. Here is Farid Anta again.
We are aware that this road that we have embarked on is not new for many, but as the popular saying goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. So this is our step. And just as a driver will always take cue from the cars ahead of him, we have utilized the science of research and the art of innovation to deliver what we believe is a masterpiece of a digital service that is robust, with many functionalities that both customers and non-customers could utilize for their financial transactions.
Their app is available on Play Store for Android phone users and App Store for iOS phone users.
And that's business. My name is Daryl Kwab. Thanks for watching. Sports is up next.
Hello, I'm Dori Nando. You can catch up with all the fun on the Cosmopolitan Mix and on all our shows via podcast. Just go to My Joy Online podcast and search for your favorite show and relive those moments all over again. Only on Joy 99.7 FM, radio for discerning listeners.
Super Hits Radio, Joy 99.7.
All right, so let's get into some sports now. Rekwan Pofo is here. So there are two issues we're going to be talking about. Accra Hearts of Oak, which is not about to sack its coach. At least we haven't heard that. But Man United is the other story, and they have sacked their coach. Let's start with Man United. Yeah. So yes, they've sacked the coach. The coach says, well, he somehow concedes that he hasn't provided the results.
Yeah.
And so he's out.
Yeah, interestingly, it's the first time I don't think I've ever seen a team sacking a coach and giving him a farewell interview. It's never done. I've never come across that before. So I think it's unprecedented in the first place.
What's your suspicion? That maybe he has some godfather in there who's finding it hard to let him go?
Yeah, I think they didn't want to let him go. And the club reached a point where the fans were so agitated, and it was going towards a point that you would taint your image as a club legend. Legend steps in, and he would take the job for the interim. Manchester United are working tirelessly for a new coach, and we've had some names in the media so far. Reports yesterday suggested that Cristiano Ronaldo wanted Spain's head coach, former Barcelona coach Luis Enrique, and this morning we are hearing that Pochettino is not too happy at Paris Saint-Germain, and he might also consider the Manchester United job. Pochettino himself had been linked to Man U for a long time, but Ole was not going anywhere. So he moved to PSG, and now we're hearing that Man United want to make him the primary target as well. So a lot of reports flying left, right, center. But as things stand, we know Michael Carrick would be leading the team at least for the Champions League game against Villarreal.
Now, in the case of Accra Hearts of Oak, they are not sacking the coach, are they?
No, I don't think they are. But some fans are not too pleased with what they're seeing, especially in terms of the confidence and the level at which the team is playing for. It looks very, very much lower than what they saw last season, and maybe they are forgetting their defending champion.
But certainly many Hearts of Oak fans are not happy about the position of Accra Hearts of Oak. Being in the relegation zone after 4 matches, well, yeah.
Imagine being a Man United and Hearts of Oak fan.
Thank you very much, Rekwan Pofo. That'll be it for sports, and that's it for News Desk. I'm Israel. Do stay tuned in to the rest of our programs. Have a wonderful day.